Hello you guys, welcome back to another video on this channel. Today we're going to switch it up just a little bit, I don't have a podcast episode or a story time for you guys or an unpopular opinions. In fact, I have a Q&A, get to know me, not me being on YouTube for over a year and I've never made one of these, but I already tell y'all my business, so I didn't see the point. But then on my new Instagram that I started in January, follow it if you haven't already. I said when I got to 1,000 followers on that Instagram, I would do a Q&A on my YouTube. And I feel like this is a good time. 1K on Instagram, 1K on YouTube. So yeah, I gave you guys the chance twice. If you guys want to keep up with what I be doing daily, follow that Instagram to ask questions. So we're gonna get into it because who has not ever wanted to do one of these videos watching YouTube? Yet I still haven't done it. So let me stop yapping and let's get into it. Before I answer the questions asked, I am going to give quick little breakdown for anyone new, little recap if you will. But if not, the basic questions that people didn't ask. Hi. Hey guys, I've never introduced myself before. My name is Alicia. I am 22 years old. I am a Scorpio. I am born and raised in Southern California. What did Kendrick say?
Yeah, that song.
And yeah, those are basic facts. How tall am I? I'm 5'7". I'm a tall baddie. Don't get in my comments saying 5'7" isn't tall. You guys, your favorite homebody went out for the first time, went to the club for the first time this year. I'm not in a real hill. I'm around women in heels. I'm around other men. Why am I at the same height or taller than most of the men I'm seeing in this club? 5'7". 5'7", and then I'm a black woman, my hair is up. Don't tell me I'm not tall. I will die on that hill. I'm not saying that 5'7" is the tallest, but I'm definitely tall. Just look at my pictures, or if you see me in real life, everybody says I am taller than they expected. Anyway, okay, let's answer your question. First question I got is someone saying, what made me want to get locks? Baby, I was tired of detangling. Nah, but for real, what made me want to get locks? Yes, that is part of it. But also just getting on TikTok. Like, I grew up PWI. If you guys don't already know that about me, y'all know what that stands for. If you know, you know. Um, there wasn't that many other black people at my schools and stuff, but at that with locks. And if there was, it was men. I get on TikToks, I'm seeing baddie after baddie after baddie with locks. And I'm just like, wait, this is really cute. It's a really cute hairstyle, right? Anytime I would get braids, if you guys see my TikToks, I'm never just wearing the braids down, pony. I'm always getting a style, and I'm like, wait, I really enjoy. Like I always style my hair no matter what it's in, straight braids, natural curls, but especially with the braids, my styles be eaten, and I'm like, I really just enjoy styling like pieces. I'm like, one, why don't I just get locks? Because I feel like I could have styles for days. Also, when you guys see my lock content, I'm mostly showcasing my different styles in the starter phase, which I'm 3 months, almost 4. Right. Also, I'm a black woman with type 4 hair. And I was just like, I am so tired of, like, you see the growth. You know the growth, y'all. The puff looks bigger, the like you can see it in different ways, but it's so irritating to me as a type 4 girly looking and sometimes just being like, but why isn't it giving? Like, it's so hard to see our growth sometimes because of shrinkage. And I was like, wait, locks is like one style, natural at that black people can have, that showcases their length. And I was like, I want that. I loved my curls. I learned them. I went from braid out girly to wash and go girly, found the right products for me, did the big chop. I did that whole journey. And I was like, yeah, I really want locks. I want a style that's going to showcase my length, that's still natural. And I just love it. And I think they're beautiful. Very long answer short. That is why I started locks. About 4 months in, never regretted it. I love it here. What is one thing I wish that more people knew about me? Mm, 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 mm. Honestly, I feel like this can be shocking to people who watch me on YouTube or just my content, because who I am on the internet and my content isn't a facade. It's really me. Anyone who knows me knows I talk like this, I joke like that, I care about what I care about. I'm 100% this person. But I don't know. I feel like 2020 gave me the great personality shift. Like, my mom is very outgoing, funny, throwing events to bring people together, welcoming. And I was literally like mini her growing up. I was social butterfly at the football games, making friends with girls, getting girls' Instagrams, blah, blah, blah. And my dad is very introvert, quiet, not doesn't speak unless spoken to, won't give you conversation, hi back, answer your question, won't reciprocate a question. And I feel like, I swear, y'all, I don't know if it was graduating high school, just being more isolated after 2020. I'm introverted in real life. Shocking. I know, it's shocking. And I say this again, like, people who know me, of course, they're like, this Alicia is Alicia. They know. But literally, like, if you guys were to meet me in real life, work with me, my coworkers would probably say Alicia's quiet, which is absolutely not true. But I don't know y'all like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just feel like when I'm in spaces like that, I have to get to know you, or there's certain people that we just have more in common where they know I speak more. But I'm honestly introverted, y'all. Like I said, went to the club for the first time. And yeah, I think I'm getting better. I think I also kind of became introverted and more reserved from dealing with trauma, like just being isolated. But now that I'm in such a better place mentally, I've done therapy, I feel really good. I think I'm still always going to be introverted, but I'm more open and less socially awkward. Like, I don't know how to flirt, y'all. Like, going to the club yesterday, men being like, "Oh, you're so pretty, you're so beautiful, you're really pretty." I'm just like, "Thank you." I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Like, girls too, especially like, I don't drink like that, but drunk girls be like, "Oh, you're so pretty." Blah, blah, blah." I'm like, I don't know what to say. Oh my god, you're so pretty too. Like, I don't know, y'all. I'm introverted if I don't know you, but I promise I mean well, and I'm not trying to be a bitch. And it's weird to think about, because I think about that. It's like, when I'm around people I know, obviously, I'm this person, right? This is my safe space. I'm this person. And I say I'm introverted, but another place that I don't feel like I'm introverted is dates, which I feel like it's because it's different. Like, you're meeting someone that you've already been yapping to. Like, it's a one-on-one session, and I know we're interested, and I know we have similar interests, which is why we're talking. Like, I'm not that person when you're dating me or trying to get to know me where the first phone call I'm just like silent. I'm gonna always find something to talk about. But to the general public, I'm introverted. If you guys met me in real life and I have RBF or a monotone, I promise I'm not trying to be like, I'm just a little awkward. But another long answer, short, for the question, I would consider myself more on the introverted side. Again, if you guys follow me on TikTok or Instagram, I mention it sometimes in my YouTube videos. Um, I make my pages are not deconstructive as a whole. It's just like YouTube. I talk about whatever I want to talk about. Stuff I care about, funny stuff, black people stuff, whatever. But another part of me is that I'm not religious at all, even though I grew up Christian. And sometimes I talk about it. And sometimes that makes people real mad. And someone asked, because of some of my content, when is the time that I realized I was no longer a Christian? Good question. So I grew up Christian, but I grew up in a bi-religious household. My mother is Christian. My dad is not, like me. Don't believe, like, he don't believe in like anything. But I generally grew up Christian. My family was not super religious. I went to church holidays every once in a while. I could pick or choose if I wanted to go. I don't have any type of religious trauma, so I don't have the typical answer as one might have. Literally, graduating high school, being 18, just thinking about, like, you know, I don't generalize Christian people as a whole. I don't think that every single religious or Christian person is super annoying or super negative, but you see it a lot in the community. Even like a lot of other Christians can admit that they understand like how toxic the church and the environment can get. And just like hearing all these things and what you're supposed to do, and seeing how a bunch of other Christians don't live by what you're supposed to do based on the Bible. They want to pick and choose and cherry pick. And I was like, literally, I don't want to do any of this shit. Like, I was like, I'm 18, I'm losing my V. I was like, and I'm not gonna feel like guilty, like it's my life. Like, I'm just one of those people where I'm like, I feel like if you are gonna do something, you should try. Like, you should try to follow it, you should try to go by the rules. Like, that's what having an interest is. And I'm like, I don't wanna follow this random book that tells me what I should do for my life. Like, I'm like I said, I never had super crazy like religious talks or trauma. So I was just like, I'm not gonna even try to follow this book. And I just like, I don't like the way religion was used, how it was literally used for so many sides, and like slavery and just a lot of like trauma and colonization to a lot of people of color around the world. I was like, I don't like the history. I don't want to follow it. And that was literally it. Like, I literally look at religion as an interest. And I'm like, I'm not interested. So that is literally my answer. Contrast to some people who like to argue with me, who think maybe I just don't know enough, maybe I have trauma. It's none of that. I literally just don't want to. And if you want to, it's okay. And I know I attract the chill, um, cool, positive Christians on this page only. Moving on. Somebody said, "What is your life purpose?" Okay, we getting deep. You trying to go there? No, but on some real shit, I think this kind of goes hand in hand with the last question. Although I'm not religious, I'm still spiritual. Like, I don't belong to a specific belief, but I like to dip my toes into like different things. I don't know. Like, as you guys know, I always talk about being a Scorpio. I like astrology. I have interest in it, but I'm just one of those people that doesn't think anything is 100% true. Like, I'll never be like, oh, all this like the stars and moon is exactly what I know. Like, I don't think anything is 100% true. I just personally see a lot of interest, a lot of similarities, and that's why I have interest in it. I believe in stuff like the law of attraction. Just like, if I keep doing good, keep trying, good things will come to me. Like, I just believe in myself above all. How a lot of, like I said, religious people, their life purpose is to serve God, or they put their faith in God. Like, I just put faith and my belief, like, it's in me. That's what I believe. My spiritual belief is everything is within me. And yeah, so what's my life purpose that I think I found on my spiritual journey and the journey of self is, I literally think my life purpose is to enjoy my life. Life is way too short, guys. Like, I don't know what is going to happen. That's why, exactly why I said I dropped religion and I started living for myself. Because I'm here, I show up every day, I put in the work, and yeah, I've been through things, I've worked through things, I've done the work, and I feel like my life purpose is literally to enjoy my life. Like, I feel like that sounds so broad, but it is, obviously. That's a broad answer. There's a lot of wants within that. I want to be a mother one day. I want to have a family one day. I want to be financially stable and not have to struggle. And I want to keep doing what I'm doing and hopefully create in like my job having some kind of positive effect on people. Like the things I consume. These are all things in my future that I just feel like make me happy. And but even just as of right now, I'm obviously not a mom. I'm not in a relationship. I'm not at the place I want to be financially. But yeah, this life is hard. My purpose in life is to enjoy it. I didn't choose to be here, but thank you, mom and dad, for bringing me here. I don't appreciate it at sometimes, but I love my life, and my purpose is to keep enjoying my life. Now, why did somebody get up here in my comment section and say, "What type of light skin are you?"
What do you mean by that?
And, and so I read that, I'm like, elaborate. Like, I see the rest of the thing. They said, "Are you a light bright mom or a melanin mom?" Now, what I think they're trying to get at, I'm like, either you're asking if my mom is dark skinned or light skinned, or you're asking if I'm like, or you think I'm mixed and you're asking, is my mom black or is she white? And let me tell you, as a girl who's been fighting the half white allegations of my whole life, I'm proud to sit up here and say that my mother is a black woman, at that, a dark skinned black woman. I get my dimples, I get my face marks from her. She's a baddie. Let me show you her right now. Um, but yeah, if that answers your question. I have two black parents. My mother is dark skinned, my father is light skinned. Obviously, I got my father's complexion. And yeah, interesting. Interesting question you got there. Somebody said, what is something that you realized you learned too late in your life? Okay, y'all want to get deep again. Y'all want to get deep again. Not again to go on a little spiritual rant, but I honestly, I believe in everything happening when it's supposed to happen, in life flowing, your life flowing. So, although I feel like I have an answer I would want to say, I feel like my life pace and the lessons are all at the time that I needed to learn them. Not it was too late or I should have, like, of course I feel like that in moments of hurt, but I feel like everything is really right on time. I'm only 22, I've learned a lot, and I'm proud of what I've learned and how I've grown from it. But if we're talking recently, if you consume my content, I guess I'll just say one that I recently learned and that I honestly feel like I'm still learning, but kind of just learning the difference between being like empathetic and and over understanding. Like, I'm learning. I basically had to learn with my last relationship that I've been flourishing from ever since I left that nigga the fuck alone, is just because someone's life is really hard and you think they've had it worse than you and da 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 da, it doesn't mean I have to accept. Because literally, like, you think about it, like, people go through shit. They go through so much. This life shit is not easy. It's very hard. It's harder on some than others. But with the last person I dealt with, I was just like, their life is so hard and they really need me. So, like, I feel like I can excuse this because of this, and that. I mean, it wasn't just me. It also came with the man trying to convince me that, like, you should accept this because look at my life compared to yours and blah, blah, blah. No, like, literally, I go through stuff too. I go through stuff too. But again, y'all already know if you watch my content, older man trying to manipulate me. Boy, you're 5 years older than me. You're a grown man. And I'm a grown woman, but you're grown. Like, take responsibility for your actions and stop blaming it on other things. Cause I go through stuff too, and people go through stuff too, but not everybody who goes through stuff has to inflict harm on other people. So yeah, I feel like it's just really learning that when I'm in love, romantically especially, I feel like I excuse so much, and I just feel like I have to be there for people and be so accepting and understanding. But no, just like me, other people have control over their own actions, no matter what the circumstances are. So it's not about why they did it and this is the reason. Everything has a reason, but you still did it. So get out.
You bitch.
Moving on. That's one that, like I said, I think everything is right on time, but that's a recent thing I learned. What is one thing that always makes you happy? Something that always makes me happy. I wonder if she's gonna watch this. If she watches this, she's literally gonna cry. But no shade. Like, the first thing I think of is literally my best friend. Like, she is an amazing human being. She is someone that I have had the pleasure of, like, growing with, because we've known each other since middle school, but we became super, super tight maybe like 2 3 years ago. And so it's really nice to have someone like who's seen you in all these different eras and you just mesh so well. She's seen me through so much. We both seen each other pre-trauma, growing up, all this stuff. She just really knows me well, and I'm like, I've been in the worst depression of my life. I've been heartbroken, so many things around her, but I swear she's just a person like getting on that phone call. I will get on the phone bawling and I will leave the phone call crying and making fun of that. And I love her. Like, I love her. Like, I literally feel like there's rarely been a chance, a, a time where she hasn't been able to cheer me up or my spirits lifted. Like, I love that girl with all my heart, and she knows who she is. And that is why it is so beautiful to know people who have known you for so long, but also just to have community. Little side rant, but I've literally been feeling that these past few weeks. Like I said, I went through a breakup a couple months ago. You know, at first it feels very like, oh, lonely. I don't have anyone to talk to and stuff. Like the past 3 weeks, I've been busy around my community, around family, friends, doing stuff. And it's just like, holy cow. Like, of course, I still want love. Like I said, I'm single and from Southern California. If any tall, black, loyal, emotionally intelligent men want to, you definitely can. But I'm like, I'm a lover girl. I love being in relationships. But again, shout out to community. Like, I forget how I don't always have to feel lonely just because I'm single. Community, being around my family, being around people doing stuff really does make me feel good. Um, so yeah, I've literally been thriving, especially these past couple weeks when I've had my community multiple times in a row to hang out with. Honorable mention to something that always makes me happy. Y'all already know. You've seen him in YouTube video clips. You've seen him on Instagram. You've seen him on my TikTok. None other than my golden croissants, my old man, Stitch. My golden retriever that I've had since I was 10 years old. 10 to 22. He's old. He's sassy. He's an Aquarius. Yes, I know the day my dog was born. Um, People have commented on my videos saying he seems like a nonchalant redhead in dog form, but that's literally my baby. That's literally my baby. Like, I'm so blessed to still have my childhood pet. I Okay, like when I was born, I think before I was born, my parents had turtles that my sister picked out. And I love the turtles. I love animals, but we ended up giving them away when I was in high school to like a little turtle sanctuary, so I know they're good. But you know, it's not that interactive. Like I used to just watch them. I just put my finger on the glass. They used to try to bite me like that. You know, my first pet that was like my responsibility interactive was my bunny. I got him a year before we got Stitch, and they were just a little pair, a little big brother, little brother. My rabbit had little man syndrome, and Stitch literally wasn't about that action with him. Like, I'm not saying like they fought, but like literally, like my rabbit would boss him around. And I unfortunately lost my rabbit in 2020. So that was really hard on me. So still having another childhood pet, that's literally like he's literally everything to me. Like, don't literally, pet loss is so hard. I know this is a rant, but your dog, your cat, your whatever is so annoying. They do shit. They rip your shit up. They poop whatever. Guys, literally, no matter how you're feeling, like how your day is, whatever, always give them attention, always give them a hug, always give them the affirmation, because literally the way my bunny passed away was so quick and unexpected. Like, you never know. So literally, my dog makes me the happiest. Hold your dog, your cat, your bunny, your lizard, whatever, it's tight, because we can't outlive them. But Stitch is definitely going to live forever. So okay, you guys, that is all I have for my get to know me Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed the questions. This doesn't have to be my last one. This is my first one on my channel. So yeah, maybe I'll do another one in like 6 months. As always, keep up with me on my Instagram so you guys know where to submit questions, because this is really fun. I hope you guys got to know me a little bit better, even though I already tell you guys my business in my story times and my other content. But yeah, Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!